I'm Royal Edwards. I'm a journalist at Humber College in my third year. Uh, I actually wanted to come to Humber to do journalism because I really liked writing and I thought it would be great that I would use my creative sense to share with others, so that's why I came to Humber. Honestly, it doesn't really matter where it takes me. I mean, when I came to Humber, I was trained in TV, magazine, newspaper, and radio. So, as long as it's any of those, I'm totally fine. Especially online, which is one of my favorites. I could always see myself as an online editor. So, preferably online. The daily routine for the journalism students would be on Wednesday, we assign the first year students their stories. After they're assigned their stories on Thursday, we go through the whole editing process where we go through each story and make sure it's all correct. On Friday, it's more a little bit more hectic where we have to do the whole page design for the newspaper and get it out before 1:30. So everyone's rushing around and it's really fun, but it's a pretty great experience for you. One of the most interesting stories I've covered was when Indie Game the movie came out. That was really interesting. One of my favorite video game developers, Edmund McMillan, was actually featured in that movie, and I actually got to interview him. So that was uh, it was a really great experience for me because me being a fan of his games and then me getting to talk to him about his experience within the movie, I thought that was really interesting. Another one of the interesting stories I got to cover at Humber was when a few zoo animals came to Humber. It was really interesting because when I tried to interview the zookeepers, one of the parrots was on my arm and it was really heavy. So trying to hold up the mic to interview the zookeeper and having the parrot almost like pick at my face, that was really interesting. So those would be one of the most memorable moments from interviewing anyone that came to Humber. In my spare time, I usually go to Bento Miso, which is a workspace downtown Toronto where I get to make video games in my spare time. Um, One of the video games that I made called Tiger Tail is actually going to be playable at Toronto's DigiFest. So I feel like balancing journalism and making video games always makes a pretty interesting week for me. And one of my special talents, I suppose, would be I kind of sound like Lumpy Space Princess from Adventure Time. And one of my favorite quotes was when they were fighting the Cute King. This is one of the things that she said, and she was like, "First, I'm gonna fall in love with those little guys, and then I'm gonna fall out of love, and then I'm gonna totally die of a fake heart attack. Oh, my heart! My heart hurts because I fell out of love, and now I have to die. Oh!" So that was pretty much one of my favorite parts of the show. So, and apparently I sound like it. So